Hi everyone, so I am back letting you know and showing you how Simplicity 8389 turned out. Sorry about that. So this pattern, I'm telling you guys, I don't think it was just the instructions for this pattern. I didn't think they were really easy to follow. Um, I'll show you some of the diagrams that really threw me off. So what was supposed to be a pair of shorts that look like view C here end up not being view C, unfortunately. Here's a line drawing for view C. View C is a basic pair of shorts. It did require, the only notion was the elastic, and I thought I had the right width elastic and I didn't, but that really wasn't a showstopper for me. I told you guys that I was going to be doing the size 20. It turns out the size 20 was the perfect fit, although I think I could have gone up to a 22 just to give me a little bit more room in the hip area. I will show you some pictures in a moment, but the 20, I can kind of pass with that. So I did sew the size 20. I was supposed to end up with view C, and what you see here, view C is supposed to have elastic in the back, and then it's supposed to have a flat front like what you see here, and then these little ties, which you kind of can't see here, but there are these little ties that you create on the shorts for view C. So let me show you the instructions and where I got extremely confused. So everything made sense in the instructions until about here and then over here. So I thought the instructions here said to sew right sides together, stitch waistband front to casing, leaving seams open between small dots. I did not understand that diagram. I didn't. And then it talked about folding the waistband and making sure that I base the elastic on so that it doesn't get stuck into the seam allowances. That was extremely confusing. So I couldn't get past step 17. And for this pattern, for the view I did, it wasn't that many steps. So I was almost there, but around step 17, 18, 19, it really threw me totally off. These diagrams, I did not understand the different lines, and this marking here, I wasn't sure what that was supposed to be. I couldn't recognize what this was for, this little hashtag looking picture or symbol. I didn't see anything referenced in the instructions on what that might be. I mean, I looked here and it's showing what might be the little hashtag mark or symbol, but I didn't know what that stood for. This was just an all around confusing pattern for me. So let me show you what I did around steps 16, 17, and 18 that I think really kind of threw me off. So when it said to sew, this looks so crazy. When it told me to sew right sides together, I did just that. Okay, I had to put right sides together. Somehow this part here ended up being on the outside of the fabric when I folded over. This was just a hot mess, truly a hot mess. And I wasn't sure, so when I folded over as it said in step 17, I'm like, okay, where do I go from there? Because how do these straps come around, and what the heck, like what am I doing here? So it didn't work. This is gonna definitely be scrapped, and actually I think I am going to save this because I could probably do something with this later, at least this part here. this piece of gauze. I don't know, I can find some use for this somehow. Even the straps, I think I'm going to keep the straps too. But this part here that has the facing, it has to go. There's nothing I can do with this. So that's gone. So what I end up doing, y'all, I just end up making a simple pair of shorts. At the end of the day, I said to myself, look, I am not going to waste the fabric. I can wear these shorts around the house. So this is what I did in lieu of 83.89, just so that my fabric did not go to a complete waste. You remember I told you guys in my other video how my darts, I had one dart on the outside, the other on the inside, and it was totally wrong. Once I put my elastic waistband in here, you can't even tell right now, honestly, where that imperfection is on these shorts, unless like you really are an advanced so where you can kind of see. But by the time I put the elastic in here and it did the gather and it cinched it in, you really couldn't tell where the dart was supposed to be. So I was happy about that. I did finish off my raw edges with my serger. I didn't finish off this part here, but that was just a little bit of laziness on my part. I was just frustrated with this whole pattern personally. But yeah, this is what it ended up being. So I got the shorts done. I got a pair of shorts done, not the shorts, but a pair of shorts done. 83.89. So I actually was trying to find a sew along for these pants. Okay, so let me back up. One thing I did do before I started this pattern was read through the instructions. Reading through the instructions, it seemed very straightforward. I understood it. At least I thought I did. But when I returned to it and actually got into the making of these shorts, it just wasn't as clear as it was when I read it, or when I thought I read it and it was clear. So I will say I did read the instructions. It's just when I got into actually making it, it got really confusing. But I this evening, as I was trying to finish these shorts out, I thought to myself, let me try to find a sew along. And I did find a sew along for Brittany J. Jones. She did these pants. She did this pattern. She did not do the shorts. I think she did view, shoot, what view did she do in her video? I think she did view D. I think she did view D in her video. And when I saw her video, I immediately saw where I went wrong on that waistband. And I wish I had found her video well ahead of time. Normally I look up sew-alongs and try to find something to help walk me through my makes when I do these, but I did not for this one. What I should have done was taken this piece here with the interfacing, right sides together. I think the instructions said right sides together, and put it on this end. So if I had done that, I think this probably would have turned out much better. And by the time I figured that out, I was too far in with this fabric here. I probably could have just redone the whole casing and waistband altogether. I hadn't thought about that. I definitely have enough of this fabric left. I have more of this gauze, and I have enough to do the waistband and the casing again. I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to get this done, be over it, start something different, something new. Maybe, just maybe, try to do this again using Brittany J. Jones sew along, and maybe even trying to do maybe view D, now that I know that the fit of the shorts was okay for me. Again, I might add a little bit more room around the back side because it was a little bit snug to my liking. I mean, I can wear it, but it's just a perfect fit. It's like right there. So yeah, let me now show you some pictures of me wearing or trying on these shorts. Okay, so again, that's Simplicity 8389. I think this probably could be an easy sew if you follow maybe Brittany J. Jones Sew Along. So if you are a beginner sewist and looking to do an easy to sew type pattern, I definitely would encourage you to watch the video from Brittany J. Jones where she did Sew Along, and she actually showed you how to do this waistband here, because the instructions on the pattern, at least for me, they weren't really clear. The diagrams, I didn't think really help. They didn't really help me out a lot. It was a little confusing. So yeah, don't be discouraged. You know, this is just my take on trying to finish these shorts out. Again, I probably will try to do it again this time, do the pants. We're going to do a totally different kind of fabric, that way I can tell the right side from the wrong side, and I'm probably going to make sure I label them this time. That way when I do my darts, I don't have that confusion in the end and having one dart on the outside and one on the inside. So that's my only thing. Yeah, so I hope that this is helpful for somebody who's out there trying to think about an easy to sew pattern type pants or shorts. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all, talk to you soon. God bless.